Hey everyone, what is good? Welcome back to the channel. This is SilverHyena, and I figured it was finally time to finish up these videos because at the time I thought coloring in these crazy art velvet poster things would be a great idea, and then it's like I lost, I don't know what it was, but probably like the whole moving thing really, but I just totally forgot about them and I rediscovered them recently and I'm like, oh, I never finished these. I should probably go and do that, but I had no idea what to talk about over them, but I think I finally have something. I know, I'm taking too long, so let's move on. Well, I think that part of it is just like, in some cases, being an adult and technically on your own is awesome. In other ways, it's really kind of sucks. I mean, like, it's a mixed bag. It really is. And I think, for me personally, it'd be better if I was able to live alone. But for the time being, my finances won't allow it. So, I'm stuck with my brother as a roommate, which wouldn't be so bad except for I swear this guy is allergic to chores, and it is very difficult to put together YouTube videos and, like, you know, you gotta do recording and stuff like that when you have thin walls and I can hear him screaming at his stupid video games through two closed doors. Yes, you heard that right. Two closed doors. And I have tried doing everything from telling him, hey, can you keep it down, to I have shown him links on Amazon where you can buy soundproofing foam. And he's even told me, he's like, well, I never hear you when you're recording anything. I never hear you talking when you're doing your videos. And I'm like, that's because I'm trying to be respectful of other people around me. Because he has a very loud, booming voice. And on top of that, he practically has headphones glued to his ears whenever he's on the dang computer. And it is just so frustrating because when he's chatting with other people gaming, it's like he loves the sound of his own voice and he shouts way louder than he needs to because he wants to hear himself over the headphones that he's wearing. And, like, you know, I try to keep my videos PG-13 at maximum, which is very difficult when suddenly a random F-bomb is dropped. So it has been a struggle trying to put videos together, basically. And also just like the constant hearing him screaming at video games. I'm amazed that we haven't gotten a noise complaint from our neighbors yet. Because, like, we live in an apartment right now, which means that we have neighbors below us, we have neighbors beside us. I mean, like, anyone who's lived in an apartment knows that. And it's just so frustrating because it's like I'm constantly living in fear of getting some sort of fine because he can't shut up. Like, the only thing that saves him from being a complete Reddit horror story is that at least he pays rent. I mean, like, it's like, no, none of that, but it's like, seriously, if you are a video gamer, get some sort of soundproofing for your gaming room. And if you live with other people and if they tell you, hey, you're being too loud, odds are good you really are being too loud and need to tone it down. Because guess what? Not everybody you live with cares about the so-called psychic AI screwing you over in your video games. Okay, I like video games too. I enjoy playing. I am a much more casual player. However, I've got news for you. video games aren't real life. I know. It came as a shock to me too, but it's time to be an adult and acknowledge that video games are not real life. And when your obsession with yelling and screaming at your dang games is disrupting the quality of life of those around you, it really needs to stop. Okay, yeah, so it's like, that's just something that I just needed to ramble about and get off my chest, because that is something that is just driving me up the wall. Because when we were living at home with our parents, which I still miss that house, I really do. The house this video was originally recorded in, I miss my windowsill so much. That was so useful for filming. Okay, I'm rambling again. But basically, it's like, since Mom was usually home, she could tell him to shut up. And he had to listen to her. Because, hey, she held power, like she could kick him out. And all of that. So usually, he would shut up pretty fast. But since Mom isn't here anymore, and he doesn't see me as any sort of a threat, it's like, my words are always in it, one ear out the other, basically. And so he's like, it's like I'm ignored. It's like, on the day I recorded this audio, I remember him telling me, oh, I'll do the dishes, I'll do them. And then it's like I wake up, sink is still full, dishwasher hasn't been emptied. And because I am the sort of person that it's like, I do not like being in a messy environment, if I wanted them done, I had to do them myself, which it is extremely stressful when basically it's like work is constantly stressing you out, and going home brings no solace because it's like as soon as he's off work, he's at his computer, usually making noise. So it's like there's no peace at home, except for it's like I get one night a week, basically, where I can record audio safely because I don't have to worry about sudden loud noises or swear words being thrown around. So, yeah, there's that. But it's like I'm just like in some there are some cases where living on my own has been great, and others not so much, because I am almost stressed out 24/7, and I'm trying not to let that seep into my videos, but I think that this is just something I needed to talk about and ramble to strangers on the internet, because I think it is affecting me in not good ways. And I just want to hear from some of you guys if you have some similar issues with roommates or family or whatever, because it's like, he's my brother he is my brother and I love him, but there are times that I could just shove his head through the wall because it's just like, shut up. Like, it's like, so if you guys could just post in the comments some of your stories, that would be much appreciated. So I think I've probably gone on long enough. So I'll just wrap things up by giving the usual spiel of like this video, subscribe to the channel. Also be sure to check out my main channel, my art channel, SilverHyena TV. And with that being said, this is SilverHyena signing off. And I hope that you all have a wonderful and quiet rest of your day. Bye!